Hey, what's up, you guys? WWE fan 0599 here again, and happy Halloween to all of you. And today we're going to be doing a special video for Halloween, and it will be a top 10 list, and the top 10 list will be for the top 10 best horror movie villains. So, I guess we can just get right on to the list. So, here we go with the top 10 best horror movie villains. So coming in at number 10 is Jigsaw from the Saw franchise. Now Jigsaw is very different, I will say, from all the others on this list. He sets up these traps in the he just sets up all these traps, and he doesn't kill you, he makes you kill yourself in sort of a way. And I really like that, he's very psychological when it comes to that, he sets up these great traps, and I like that, that's great. Definitely messes with your head, and I love that about Jigsaw. Like I said, he's very different from the other villains on this list, he doesn't do the killing himself. He stays away from that. He lets the traps do the work. And that's cool. So yeah, my number 10 is Jigsaw. Number 9. Chucky from the Child's Play franchise. Now Chucky, awesome. Okay, he is by far the best killer doll of all time. Sure, you can bring your Annabelles, bring whoever. Nobody's going to beat Chucky. Chucky is the greatest killer doll of all time. Chucky is just such an awesome villain, Also, Brad Dourif really brings Chucky to life. He really does. He brings Chucky alive, and it's awesome, And just Chucky is such an awesome villain, Very intimidating. When you first see him coming alive, very intense scene, and he's just menacing for a killer doll, for like a doll. He's menacing, he really is, and he's creepy, and that's awesome. So Chucky comes in at number 9. Coming in at number 8 is Leatherface. Leatherface, he uses human flesh as a mask. He chases around you with the chainsaw. And also his whole family are cannibals. That's great, right? But yeah, Leatherface, he's just an awesome villain. Leatherface really is. He's a great villain in my opinion. Leatherface, very, very, very creepy. He's a guy, like I said, that uses human flesh as a mask. And just, this dude is one creepy man. He really is. And, he's going to chase you around with that chainsaw for hours upon hours upon hours. And, Leatherface is just such an incredible villain. So, Leatherface comes at number 8. Number 7. I know a lot of people are going to kill me that I so low on the list, but it's my list. Number 7 is Jason Voorhees from the Friday the 13th franchise. Jason Voorhees, like I said, I know a lot of people are going to kill me that I so low on the list, but it's my list, like I said. But Jason Voorhees is a great villain. He really is. He was drowned as a kid, and, because 2 co-workers weren't watching him, and, he wasn't even the villain in the first movie. No, his mother was the villain in the first movie. He came along in the second movie, and then onward, he would become such an incredible villain. Just something about a man in a hockey mask chasing around you with a machete is pretty scary. It really is. And he's just such a great villain. And he walks so slow, but he apparently catches up to everybody. But still, Jason Voorhees, incredible villain. I love Jason Voorhees. So yeah, comes at number 7. Number 6. The Xenomorph from Alien. The Xenomorph has got to be the most stealth villain on this list. He's got to be. I mean, this thing is just stealth as can be. You don't hear it. You don't know when it's coming to get you. And it's awesome, you know. Like, you could just be right there and you could just turn around. He's right there and he's about to eat you. So, he's just great. He's very quiet, very, very stealth. I like that. And just such an iconic and incredible villain. I love the Xenomorph. I really do. You know, the Xenomorph is such a great villain. I love the Xenomorph. Definitely one of the best horror movie villains of all time. Like I said, very stealth and very, you know, quiet. And I love that. So yeah, number 6 is the Xenomorph. Number 5, Hannibal Lecter from The Silence of the Lambs. Now, Hannibal Lecter, you know, man, this has got to be the smartest person ever. I mean, this guy knows everything. Knows everything about you. And that is very, very dangerous. And also, he's a cannibal. So, you know, the man is a very, very, very smart man. He is the smartest villain on this list. He just knows every single one of your moves, and it's great. And I love that about Hannibal Lecter, you know. A very, very smart man. And Anthony Hopkins just brings this character to life. He really does, and it's by far his best performance. He does a great job. Just Hannibal Lecter as a character just is great, you know. Like I said, very, very smart. Knows every move you're going to do. And it's great. I love Hannibal Lecter. Such an incredible movie villain. So yeah, number 5, Hannibal Lecter. Number 4, Norman Bates from Psycho. Now, Norman Bates, awesome. Okay, a very, very creepy person. A mama's boy. So, you will. But, you know, Norman Bates is awesome. And, you know, he just is such incredible villain. Very, you know, he's very, very quiet. You know, at first you're like, oh, this guy's not too bad. Up until when, you know, the woman is like, oh, why don't you put your mother in, like, a resting home or something like that. Then he just starts going crazy, like, you know, and you see what this guy is. He's a psycho, basically. No pun intended, but he's a psycho. And he's a psychopath, I'm sorry. But, and, you know, that's great. I love that. You know, Norman Bates is such a great villain. Very, very creepy man. Not gonna spoil what Norman Bates, you know, what he, like, really is, like, the plot twist, because, like, I don't like giving spoilers away, but, you know, once you really see that, but, yeah, my number 4 is Norman Bates. Such an incredible villain. Alright, top 3 people. My number 3 is Freddy Krueger from the Nightmare on Elm Street franchise. 1, 2, Freddy's coming. Okay, never mind. But Freddy Krueger, awesome villain. Definitely, you know, this guy can get into your dreams and kill you. If that isn't creepy enough, then I don't know what is, because this man can just get into your dreams and kill you. And, you know, that's very, very cool in my opinion. I love that, you know. So cool, it really is, you know. Just, I would have never thought of that. Someone can get into your dreams and kill you, and, you know, and they did that, and it's great. And really, Robert Englund brings Freddy Krueger to life. He does such a great job. And just overall, Freddy Krueger, overall a creepy, he's all burnt. He has this one hand has claw, like knives for hands, you know, and that's great. I love that about Freddy Krueger. He's just such a cool villain. He definitely is one of my favorite horror villains of all time. So yeah. So he comes at number 3. Number 2, Michael Myers from the Halloween franchise. Now Michael Myers, just a very creepy person. I mean, he killed he killed, I think it was like one of his sisters, I believe, when he was young. He was put in asylum when he was young. Just, this guy has been a psycho, like a psychopath since he was a kid. And, you know, once he escapes that asylum, he just starts ramming through people. Like, just starts killing them one by one. And, you know, he doesn't speak at all. And that's what makes it even creepier. This man is quiet. He is quiet as can be. All you hear is... That's all you hear from him. You don't hear a single word. So yeah, just Michael Myers is such an intimidating villain. I love Michael Myers. He's one of the all-time best horror movie villains and just one of the all-time best villains in general. So yeah. Alrighty, my number one favorite horror villain of all time is, you guys ready? Jaws from the Jaws franchise. Okay, now I know a lot of you are like, okay, we love Jaws and everything, but your number one favorite horror villain? Really? Honestly, guys, Jaws is my favorite horror villain. I know a lot of people, I know there are people that don't consider Jaws a horror film, but I do. It's my all-time favorite horror film. And Jaws is just such, he is the most intimidating villain on this list. All of them, mostly, mostly all of them are humans that were on my list. He's more intimidating than all of them. You know, not saying like a guy with the chainsaw can't come after you or anything, but this is something that could actually happen in real life, and that's what makes it even scarier. You know, he forbid basically people from going in the water. In Jaws, you don't see Jaws all that much. You really don't. He's just very psychological. He's waiting for you. He is waiting for his next prey. He's just under the water like, okay, who's dinner today? Like, and it's great, and I love that about Jaws. He's by far my favorite horror movie villain of all time, and just one of my favorite villains of all time in general. He's just so incredible, and he really is, you know, like I said, you don't see him all that much, and that's what makes it even better, you know, so yeah, just, Jaws is an incredible villain. He's by far my favorite horror villain of all time, so yeah. So that is my top 10 favorite horror villains of all time. Thank you all for watching this video. Hope you all have a great Halloween, so yeah. So, what did you guys think of this top 10 list? And what are your top 10 favorite horror movie villains? Leave it in the comment section below. I'm WWE Fan 0599, and we'll see you all later. Peace.